what this poor kid, this family had to go through, and he didn't have enough water to put it out. That's it's just pooh. That is just crazy with a capital K, guy. Good morning, welcome to my YouTube channel. So, if you haven't come across my channel before, my name is Philip Damiano. Of course, it's Phil's 4x4 camping and equipment. So, today's video, what are we going to talk about? Well, yes, interesting. I wasn't sure what I was going to do the video on today. That was until I came across a post I saw on a Facebook group page, a local Facebook group page. And I think it's something that's happened yesterday. And it's to do with Kinkuna. So I'm not sure if you're aware, if you've seen some of my videos in the past. Kinkuna, well, us locals that's lived here for a long time, we used to call it Palm Beach. Kinkuna is just south of Bundy. It's actually not too far from where I live. And what it is, guys, it's a remote camping zone of the Barham Coast National Park, and you can camp right on the beach. Now, I've been going there for many years. The family used to have a farm nearby there, and I used to go in an old beat up Toyota Hilux that we used on the farm. And I used to go down, drive there most afternoons because it wasn't too far away, and go do a bit of fishing around about 5, right just until it got dark. Depends if we finished work early enough. And there'd be no one around because no one knew about the place, guys. No one knew about it. So it's actually got a very interesting history. So one day we might actually talk a bit about the history of Kinkuna. I found out a little bit about Kinkuna of late, on originally how it started, how the tracks got there. But now it's a national park. For the better, I think. It is for the better. But remote camping zone, okay guys? See, if you go there, you have to bring your own water, alright? You got to ideally bring a toilet. There's no toilet, there's no facilities, nothing there, there's no showers. So either you go well off the beaten track somewhere, dig a hole, do your doing, and then cover it up well, okay? But that's the problem. A lot of people are not doing that. A lot of people are not doing that. So quite often now I go there and there'd be toilet paper strewn all over the place, which is not good. It's not good. Now, as bad as that sounds, what I'm about to tell you, what's happened in the last couple of days here, is actually a lot worse than that. And I've heard it happen before, and I've almost happened to me of late. So, guys, we need to educate. We've got to have some type of education in process to educate these younger people now, that for some reason they seem to think that it's a free-for-all dump. Anywhere you go, particularly here locally at Kinkuna, free-for-all dump. They go there, they bring their stuff, they have their big fires, they cut down the timber there. Remember guys, it's a national park now. So you're not allowed to cut down timber. You're not allowed to pick up timber off the ground. You need to bring your own timber in. So look after the place, guys. Otherwise, what can happen is the national parks, the government can just walk in and just close that place down. All right, they can just close it, and you're going to spoil it for everyone. Particularly people like me that always go there for many years since I was a kid. I've been going there. One of my favourite places to go camping. I cannot imagine a day will come that I will not be able to go there and go camping right on the beachfront, because there's not many places left like that, particularly where I live. So you guys out there, and you probably know who you are. A lot of you, some of you are probably watching this. Take your bloody rubbish with you, okay? Do not leave the rubbish behind. All right, but that is very minor to what I'm about to say, what has happened to this poor young family recently within 5 minutes of turning up on the beach, okay? They drove in on the weekend. They wanted a lovely day. They drove in, found a nice little area under the trees, overlooking the beach, very excited. The young fella, okay, they got a little young boy. I don't know how old he is. He looked about 10 or 11, 12, whatever on the photo. He walks out, 5 minutes, they're on their way to the hospital. They are rushed in emergency in hospital within 5 minutes of arriving there. Some clown, okay, all right, give me an idea of the intelligence of some people. Some clown had a fire. They must have camped there the night before these folks turned up, or these folks have probably turned up just after they left camp. They would have had a fire there. They did not put the fire out. What they did is they grabbed sand and they threw sand on the fire. Now guys, that's the worst thing you could do. You just do not do things like that. You should see some of the photos. I have seen the photos of this poor kid under his feet. He has major severe burns that is going to affect his whole life. He's in a wheelchair right now, guys. He's in a wheelchair. Okay? He was in emergency care in the hospital. His feet was burnt so bad. And this was in 5 minutes of arriving there, okay? So these folks are doing the right thing, this family, doing the right thing. They go to a local Facebook group here to warn people, please don't do this, please. Look at me son's feet. They got a photo there and they look horrid. The poor guy, the pain, I cannot imagine the pain he must be going through. Okay, cannot imagine it. So I just cannot fathom that people could do that. But that's not even the worst thing. This gives you an idea of some of the type of people that we got that's going to that place. So they commented on there, please don't do this. There was a comment on there, put on there, that's made me quite furious. And as soon as I read this comment, I knew straight away, yes, that's what today's video is going about. So I'm going to go grab my phone just right now and I'm going to read out part of this comment for you. Let me read this comment out. Alright. This is someone came on here and replied to this poor family who's got a kid that had to go in emergency care in a hospital within 5 minutes of arriving to the beach. Not to be rude, but if it was just hot and open, that's probably more the kid's fault. Eyes on path. If it was just hot and open, it's probably the kid's fault. Actually, many people comment back, no, you're all wrong. No, it shouldn't have been there. It should have been put out. You should have had water, put it out first with water, so it's not hot. So many people commented that. This guy had the nerve to comment back, my opinion is leaving a fire that's hot, that's fine. He thinks that's fine to leave a fire that's hot, as long as it's not producing a flame or smouldering. I don't carry enough water usually to make my old fire a cold swimming pool. Can you believe that? Reading that comment has infuriated me. It's made me so angry, guys. So it's come to the point. I had no plans on doing a video about that. But when I read that comment, the poor kid, no, you do not leave a fire that's hot. Particularly anywhere, but particularly in a place that gets so crowded. On a weekend, of all things, on a weekend, where family bring their kids down there, and most of the time it's a beach, they're at bare feet. When I go there, guys, I never walk around bare feet. I always wear some type of shoes or sandals, because I have come across broken beer bottles. You can have broken beer bottles covered under the sand, toilet paper strewn around. You could even end up walking in shit. Not animal shit, human shit. I've even seen to that point. So guys, don't do anything like that. I'm sure most of my viewers here don't do it. But in case there's one person out there watching, alright, that thinks it's fine to do that, you know, you're an idiot. Honestly, you just do not do things like that. And I cannot believe you had the fathom to go on YouTube, on Facebook, and put those comments in, thinking it's fine, and blame the kid. Actually, blame the kid for walking in that. I wouldn't be surprised if that guy was the one who left that fire there like that. From what he's saying, it sounds like he does that. And there's times I've gone down there, at my favourite campsite, and I've walked on, and I walked on sand, and you wouldn't even tell there was a fire there, and I could feel the heat going through my sandals. In fact, once I had a pair of sandals that melted, and it almost burnt my feet. So guys, stupid things like this is going to lead to places like that going to be closed. If not fully closed, what they'll end up doing is closing off all access to the beach area, so you will not be able to camp there. You'll be able to walk down there, but you'll not be able to camp there. They'll end up putting a little camping area with about 10 or 12 campsites that's about 150, 200 meters away from the beach. And guys, that is one place you do not want to camp that far off the beach, because it gets very hot and the mosquitoes and midges will eat you alive, and it will destroy the place. It will destroy it. It will affect it. It'll protect the place from the idiots, but unfortunately it's going to affect it for us that do the right thing. So guys, do the right thing. You bring your gear in, take the rubbish away with you. Don't throw your beer bottles in the fire. Don't leave, if a tent breaks down or something, don't leave it just there. Take it home, put it in the bin, for goodness sakes, eh? Not only are you spoiling it for us, you're spoiling it for yourself too. I'm sure you'd want to be able to continue going camping at that spot. And you people will probably be the first ones to start complaining, oh, we can't go camping here, oh, we can't do, oh, yeah. Guarantee it. You'll be the first ones that will jump on the group pages, etc., or on TV complaining about it. Guarantee it. So guys, do the right thing. Look after the environment. Take the rubbish away with you. And for goodness sakes, don't leave fires. Okay? You might think that fire is out. But that fire, that smouldering, that heat, the amount of heat that can be retained in the sand, they would have lasted in there for days. It will not take much at all for that to start a fire. And in fact, not long before this has happened, some other clown did the same thing. Probably the same bloke that made that stupid comment. There was a fire had started nearby where a guy was camping, and luckily he was there. He managed to put it away. Now the guy commented he didn't have enough water with him. You know, Kinkuna's right on the beach. You literally got, look at all this water here, guys. Mind you, this is the Burnett River. I'm down at one of my favourite spots here, the Burnett River. There's a storm brewing. You can probably hear a bit of thunder in the background. So there's a bit of a storm brewing up. So we'll have to clear out of here before we cop some severe storms. But guys, there's a lot of water there. Just bring a bucket and throw it. Better off, carry enough water with you to put the bloody fires out properly. If you cannot do that, if you cannot bring enough water, if you don't have enough water to bring that little bit, don't have a fire. Do not have a fire, guys. Honestly. You can cook with other methods. You don't have to have a fire when you're camping. Yes, it's nice, but it's not a necessity always. Everyone just goes on about, oh, I only cook on a fire. I only cook on this. I only have a... Guys, there's a lot of places you go now, you are not allowed to have a fire. Okay, and the reasons why is because the idiots like that. Alright, they do not do the right thing. We got one little isolated place where we've got some freedom, and we can have a fire there, and we can usually camp away from people, particularly if you camp through a day through the week. Weekends are quite busy there now, and where you can have a fire if you wish to. So let's not spoil these places by doing these stupid things. Okay, so as you can tell, I'm quite angry about it. There needs to be some knowledge out there that no, it's not good. It's not good. The nerve to blame the kid, that's just crazy. Okay guys, I was looking forward to filming this video. Sure, most of you out there are doing the right thing. What this poor kid, this family had to go through, and then the comment that's coming back blaming him for walking on that, and then commented that he thinks it's fine and he didn't have enough water to put it out. That's that's just pooh. That is just crazy, crazy, crazy with a capital K, guy. I cannot believe you got the nerve to go on there and say that. It's a shame on you, and shame on you people out there that are doing stuff like that. You do not deserve to go to places like that. You do not deserve to go camping. Better off just stay at home. Just stay at home. Alright, I had my spill for the day. So, thanks for watching, guys. Till next time. Cheers.